Hi everybody, John Hand with the Pulsing Cinema, and today's movie is another Ken Wiederhorn film. It's 1981's Eyes of a Stranger. Now, we'd already covered Ken Wiederhorn's Shockwaves, which was a very moody, scary Nazi zombie film from the late 70s. Which was very classy, didn't really have a lot of, overt sexuality or gore. And Eyes of a Stranger is totally different. It is a early 80s slasher film, basically, which is trying to be classy, trying to be in the mood of what Wiederhorn wanted to do with Shockwaves and some of his other films, but no, this is meat and potatoes, early 70s horror film, which apparently initially didn't have a lot of special effects, a lot of special effects gore, but they brought in Tom Savini later on to shoot some additional stuff and kind of beef up the murders. So basically, it's a pretty simple film. A serial killer makes dirty phone calls to his victims before he goes in and kills them, his primarily female victims, and he begins terrorizing this TV news anchor woman played by the Love Boat's Lauren Tews. And Lauren lives in this high rise, and she has this deaf, mute, blind sister who's played by a young Jennifer Jason Leigh. I believe this was Jennifer Jason Leigh's first film role. Vic Morrow's daughter, Jennifer Jason Leigh, who went on to have her own big career. And so Lauren Tews begins to suspect that there is this guy who is the murderer, and it's very much this kind of Hitchcockian Rear Window thing with this guy, and sneaking into his apartment, if I remember, and all along there's these really extravagant murder scenes, and it's good. It has pretty much everything that Shockwaves didn't. It's a different film, of course. It's just a slasher about a serial killer. But I mean, pretty good. It's again, I say meat and potatoes. It's got your quotient of nudity, and there's even a Jennifer Jason Leigh nudity scene there. You've got some gore. You've got people being murdered and thrown in fish tanks, and being strangled and sliced up and what have you. So, you get the kind of the vibe of early '80s Miami, because I think it was shot there. So it's just this kind of good kind of early '80s, late '70s type of vibe. So the film kind of looks good and kind of has that good little sheen. The killer is relatively good. I don't know. Always again kind of reminded me of Raymond Burr in Rear Window, that type of thing. But a little respectable horror film here. I think at this point they were also trying to get a sequel to Shockwaves going. That I don't think ever happened. But Ken Wiederhorn went on to direct another sequel. He directed Return of the Living Dead Part 2, which was way too hokey. It wasn't as good as the original, in my opinion, but still it was an okay film. It was a zombie film, which some people just can't get enough of the zombie. So, definitely, Eyes of a Stranger, definitely wanted to check out. For years, it was only available on VHS, and the VHS was heavily cut. Then it was released on DVD as part of a box set with Deadly Friend and John Carpenter's TV movie, Someone's Watching Me. And for some reason, somehow, they released the uncut version of this. So it's actually now available on DVD, uncut, Eyes of a Stranger. Definitely do not check out the early VHS. And it also has a good soundtrack by Richard Einhorn as well, who did Shockwaves. But this is more of a traditional score. This is not his experimental stuff in Shockwaves. But definitely, as I was saying earlier, don't watch the cut VHS. Watch the new uncut DVD. Even though the VHS has the original poster art, which is really kind of cool, the uncut version is the best version. And it's a slasher film, so it is what it is, but it's still kind of a cool movie.